Welcome to another part of our CSS tutorial. In this part, I will go over CSS properties for tables. Here you see that I have one table. This is the table caption which I added with the caption element in the HTML. And then I have a heading and a few rows. You see that the table's caption it is currently at the top. You can use the caption side property to set it to the bottom as well. So if I go to my style.css and then I'll apply to my caption the caption side. So if I enter caption dash side property and then I'll add the value bottom. By default it's top, which is why you see this caption at the top. So if I add the bottom and then refresh, and then here now you see that the caption got moved to the bottom now. Also you note that currently my table doesn't have any borders. If you wanted to add some borders, you can do so by using the border property. So I'll add the border to my th and td elements. So I'll enter th comma td. It will select those elements, basically each cell, and then for the property I'll add border, and then for the value I'll add, it'll be a 1 pixel and solid gray border. So if I save and refresh, here you now see that it added the border. Now this border surrounds each item only. So if you want it around the entire table, you also need to put a table here. So if I save and refresh, now you see the border around the entire table. You can also set the space between cells by using the border spacing property. I'll apply to the table element, and then for the property write border dash spacing, and then for the value if I give for example 10 pixels, it will add 10 pixels to the vertical and horizontal sides. So if I save and refresh, you'll see that it adds 10 pixels around each cell, as you can see. Now if you give two values like 20 pixel, in this case the first value will be the horizontal spacing and the second value will be the vertical spacing. So if I save and refresh, here you see that the space between each row increased. Now you see that the border is around the table and each item, and so you see double border. You can use the border collapse property to collapse border, and you will see a single line instead of a double border. So all you need to do is add border dash collapse property and then give the value collapse. So if you give collapse and then refresh, so now you see that the border has one line only now. It doesn't have show double lines like it did before. Since we are not having double borders, you don't really need to have the border spacing property. So I'll remove that. So if I save, it will still be the same. Now instead of the entire row, let's say you wanted lines between each row only, then you can use, for example, the border bottom property, and this time I'll just apply that to th and td. So if you save and refresh, here you see that it's only separating each row by the borders. And you can also use the width property. For example, if I write width and then 100%, Now the entire table will cover the entire space that you see, so uh, horizontally. So if I refresh, here you see. So this is it for styling tables. If you have any questions, do leave a comment and remember to subscribe. Thank you.